What's up, guys? Mr. Tony Stark here, bringing you another topical commentary. Last time we talked about camping and the effects of camping on us as players and the community and how it makes us want to rage. This week I'm actually going to be continuing that. We're going to be talking about rage quitting. Why I think that no one that is a respectable gamer or participant in any kind of contest should be able to rage quit or should want to rage quit. And before we even get into that, I'm going to put out a little disclaimer and then a little challenge for everybody. The disclaimer is that I actually used to be a rage quitter, and if I was with 6 people on my team that didn't know what they were doing, that were looking at the wall, shooting at the chickens, I would quit. I would say there's no point in me playing because, why should I be on a team with people that aren't even going to try? And while it is a valid argument, hopefully by the time I'm done talking about this, you can, well, I don't have to change your mind, but you can understand maybe where I'm coming from. And then the challenge is I'd like everyone who takes the time to watch this and watch this gameplay. This gameplay is a domination game on Interchange. I'd like everyone to put in the comments below at what time during the game you would have rage quitted. So leave a comment with the time of the video where you would have been like, that's it, I've had enough, and I'm out of here. And I'd be curious to see what everyone's opinions are on that, as far as when enough's enough, basically. And you'll see as this gameplay goes on that it's just awful. The other team, I found out later that there was a party of 4 on the other team, and they were very good at working together as far as spawn trapping, and you'll see how bad that it actually gets with the air support and spawn trapping and all that. And there's points in the game where I just die as soon as I spawn, just over and over and over and over again. So with that being said, like I said, leave a comment in the box below there at what point during this game you would have quit. Okay, so getting into rage quitting in general. Like I said, I used to rage quit. I would get frustrated halfway through a game, or once I saw who was on my team, or if the servers matched up the teams as the same as they were before. I would just be like, nope, that's it. I'm not going to play this game. I'm out of here. But actually, the more and more that I played, the more and more I realized how unfair it is to the other people on the team that are actually going to stay, that aren't going to rage quit. And not only that, how unfair it is to the other people that are actually winning. You have to think about it. When you're on the other side, whenever you're on the team that's doing the smashing, when you're on the team that's crushing everybody, and the other team quits, it's no fun for you, because here you are, you're having a great time, you're getting lots of kills, your team is winning, and then the other team quits out and they deny you of your victory, which sucks. I mean, when it happens to you and the other team quits, you're like, oh, what a bunch of pansies. They quit out. They didn't want to finish the game. Poor sports, whatever. But it's okay for you, when you're on the other side of that, to quit out, because your teammates aren't any good, and why should you stay in and you just lose and make your kill death go down? Well, I'm challenging everyone that's listening, or to maybe change your perspective on what it actually is doing whenever you are rage quitting. And you have to think about other sports. Now, I know that there's been plenty of people that have talked about this, and there's plenty of people that are on both sides, and it goes back to the same thing of, whenever I purchase the game, I pay $60 for the game itself. I can do whatever I want. I can quit out, I can back out in the middle, I can camp, I can play however I want. Okay, that's fine. But you have to think about other sports here. Okay, so if you were on a basketball team or a baseball team or anything like that, and the other team was just clearly better than you. You didn't have the teamwork, you didn't have the skills. You just, you guys were getting pounded. And you were like, you know what? That's it. I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm not finishing the game. Would you be able to do that? If you were in any league, even in Little League, whenever a kid's team is getting beat by a lot, they don't even call the game until the other team is up by like 11 runs. And even then, it's not like, oh well, it's a rage quit and we're all mad so we're leaving. No, they do it out of fairness. It just doesn't make sense. So you have to think about it. You have to come at it from the perspective of both sides, whether you're on the losing team or the winning team. Whenever you're on the winning team, you like it whenever you're winning. You're crushing them. You're just destroying their hopes and dreams, basically. Whenever you're on the losing side, it sucks. You hate losing, you hate dying a lot. It's terrible. But at the same time, if you won every game, how boring would the game get? How fun would it be if you just won every game? You never had problems with beating anyone that was on the other team. And it goes the same way with cheaters. You have mods and you have all different kinds of things. It gets lame after a while. Here, I can go a whole game without dying because I got a mod on, and I'm gonna kill you 60 times in a row, and it's gonna be fun for 2 minutes, and then after that, I'm not gonna want to play this game anymore. If we don't have a challenge, if we don't actually, stick around in the game and fight it out, even though we're getting pounded, why should we get that same privilege whenever we're the ones doing the pounding? Whenever we're the ones that are up by 100 in a domination game, why should we get the privilege of sticking it out, of winning the game, of getting that victory? Why doesn't everyone just quit? Why don't the other team quit whenever we're winning? If you want the privilege of winning, if you want the privilege of enjoying a victory by a landslide or by a couple, don't you think it's fair to be on the other side of that? And if you won every game, you'd probably, most likely, not want to play the game very much. You probably play it for a little while and be like, oh, look how good we can do. We can win every time. And then after that, it would get boring. And as soon as I changed my perspective on rage quitting itself and started sticking in the games, I actually have had more fun, even though, like you can see in this game is just awful. Like, there's just points in this game I'm like, wow, like there's absolutely no one on my team that knows what they're doing. Like, it's clear that we are getting destroyed. The other team has a spawn trapped in this back corner on interchange here, and like, I spawn here every time I die. I spawn in the same place. So why not just quit? Why not just back out and be like, look, I'm done with this. I'll find a new lobby where I can win. It doesn't make sense. Like, it just goes back with the camping, with cheating. You lump them all together. Now, obviously, rage quitting, like I said, everyone's gonna have their own opinion. And if you want to keep rage quitting, that's fine. I mean, I'm just hoping that you can actually think about it when you do it and be like, next time I'm winning, next time I'm up by 100 and the other team quits, maybe I'll understand a little bit more when they quit and they don't want to get beat on. Because if I can do that, they can do it too, basically. And so moving on and further into the rage quitting aspects, the different game types really make it, make it unfortunate whenever people can rage quit, especially the new face-off mode. The face-off mode is just, it's really fun, but it's really frustrating, because if you're playing with another good person and you're beating the other 2 or 3 guys, or even if it's a one-on-one, and you're beating them by a lot and they quit, now all of a sudden the guy that gets put into the game, that replaces the guy that you were crushing, now he's down by 14 and he gets a loss if he can't come back and win when there's 30 seconds left in the game. So it really creates an unfair, basically, game setup once that happens. And I don't know how they're gonna. I don't even know if they can fix it. If they can make it so once you're in the game, you can't quit out until it's over, or if you do quit out, the game automatically ends. I don't know, something that would kind of stem that. But yeah, that's just one aspect of it. Infected's the same way. Whenever someone becomes a zombie, they just immediately quit, and then all of a sudden someone else has to become the zombie, and then you go half the game where everyone's just quitting out, and someone's becoming the zombie for the first time, and again, it's not fair. I don't know, but I hope I've given you something to think about as far as rage quitting goes. You can see in this game, it was just absolutely brutal, the whole thing, over and over and over again. But I stuck it out. I ended up going +4. Congratulations to the other team, because they really worked well and worked the spawn trap well together. But yeah, I hope I gave you something to think about, guys. Until next time, peace.